I'm going to tell this story from the beginning without giving you any context because I need you guys to understand and feel as confused as I. So I'm working at my job. I'm like, la da 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 da, doing work. I work in a fishbowl. So there's like window, glass door. You know what I mean? Like it's very like fishbowl-y. Like you can see everything. And I see these two people walking past, and it's two women. And they're walking past and they almost come in, but then they don't. And then they're just standing next to the door. So I can see them in the window next to the door. So I'm like kind of looking in my peripheral vision, like, are you gonna come in or not? Like, what's going on? And then one of them opens the door a crack. And as she's opening the door, she's like this. She's like, and then turns to her friend. So my reaction was to be like, hi, how's it going? Okay, because I was like, oh, you're walking out, like you're not coming in. And then they look like they're fighting on whether or not they should come in the store. And I'm kind of trying to figure it out. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, are they coming in or not? You know, like, because I don't know what's going on. And finally, okay, she comes in almost, like she's halfway in the door. And she's like, but she's like this. She's like this. She's like, and I was like, what is going on? So I'm looking at her and I'm kind of like, can I help you find anything? Are you looking for anything specific? And she's still doing this. Like she's still holding the door halfway and half like this, okay? Like that. And she's like that. And she's like, no, it's okay, I'm just looking. And I was like, sorry, what? And she was like, it's okay, I'm just looking. And I was like, okay, sounds good. I didn't understand what she was saying, but I figured that she might have like a speech impediment, and I didn't want to like be rude and be like, what did you say? So I was just like, okay, sounds good. Let me know if you need anything. And she's like, uh-huh. And I was like, okay. So I just like keep doing my work because I'm like trying not to be mean or like rude or offensive. And then I look up kind of like sneakily and I'm like looking at her friend, trying to figure out like what is her friend doing, because she's just standing in here doing this weird thing. Like, is her friend also confused? And then I look over and her friend has this giant professional camera that I hadn't seen before. And she's like, ksh, 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 and she's like taking hella pictures. And I was like, oh, you're having a photo shoot. Why didn't you just tell me that? Because if she had just said, if she had come in and been like, can I have a photo shoot in your door really quickly? I'd be like, absolutely, you can. Enjoy it. But she didn't tell me, and she just looked really confusing and confused me really, really bad. So I'm standing there thinking that I'm about to offend this poor woman because I don't understand her situation. She was doing a photo shoot. Also, I work at like a retail store that's not necessarily aesthetically pleasing or matching her vibe at all. She had like a little scarf tied around her neck, like it looked like wealthy. She had like a little wealthy little scarf tied around her neck and like a white sweater, and she had like a Banana Republic bag, and she was like kind of like loaded. You know what I mean? But I'm like, my doorway? Okay. Okay. Also, I forgot to add that after that happened, she literally just walked out. Like, she didn't even look at me. I was like, are you looking for anything again? And she just like walked out of the store. Like, just like didn't look at me, walked out, they walked away. Okay.